Did you know that according to estimates from the National Cancer Institute, almost 40% of the American population will receive a cancer diagnosis at some point in their life? What if I told you that certain everyday foods might be feeding cancer cells and increasing your risk of developing the disease? Want to know which are the 10 worst foods that can contribute to this scenario? So, stay with us until the end, because some of these foods are on your plate almost every day. Cancer is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, and diet plays a fundamental role in both the prevention and progression of this disease. Over the years, research has revealed that certain foods can create conditions that promote the development and growth of cancer cells. To find out what these foods are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's make this the most liked video on the channel ever. What part of the world are you watching from? Drop a comment below so we can get to know each other better. 1. Processed meats. Who can resist a hot dog, sausage, a crispy slice of bacon, or that ham in a sandwich? The problem is what comes along with all that flavor. These foods are full of additives, preservatives, and chemical substances that can gradually cause real damage to the body. This is no exaggeration. According to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, processed meats like hot dogs, bacon, ham, and sausages have been classified in Group 1 carcinogens. This means they're at the same risk level as tobacco, asbestos, and diesel exhaust fumes. Yes, you heard that right. According to the report, consuming just 50 grams of processed meat per day, which is roughly equivalent to one sausage, increases the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. 2. Red meat. Watch out, red meats aren't exempt either. Although they're not in Group 1 of carcinogens, red meat such as beef, pork, lamb, and goat have been classified in Group 2A, probable carcinogens, by the IARC, International Agency for Research on Cancer. This means that although the evidence is still being evaluated, it's already known that frequent consumption of these meats is associated with cancer risk, especially colorectal cancer. And this conclusion didn't come from nowhere. The IARC analyzed more than 800 studies to reach this result. In other words, the foundation is solid. Moderating intake and diversifying proteins promotes a balanced diet. 3. Foods exposed to high temperatures. Since we're on the topic of red meats, that crispy barbecue might be more harmful than you think. And it's not just about the meat. Burned or overly crispy foods like toasted bread or French fries can form acrylamide, a substance linked to health risks. Acrylamide develops when carbohydrates and amino acids are exposed to temperatures above 120 degrees Celsius, especially during frying, baking, toasting, or grilling. According to the U.S. National Cancer Institute, acrylamide transforms in the body into glucosamine, which can cause DNA mutations and increase cancer risk. But don't worry, you don't have to give up bread or fries entirely. To minimize risk, avoid overcooking foods until they're too dark. Aim for a light golden color on bread and potatoes. Try soaking potatoes in vinegar before cooking or marinating fish in lemon to speed up cooking. Steaming or boiling vegetables before sautéing helps retain nutrients and reduce harmful compounds. The key is balance. Small adjustments in cooking methods can make a big difference without sacrificing the foods you enjoy. 4. Refined sugar and sugary drinks. Sugar may sweeten your day, but its impact on the body is far from sweet. Excessive sugar consumption is linked to increased insulin, inflammation, and obesity, conditions that favor the emergence of and growth of cancer cells. And the problem isn't just with coffee sugar. Sodas, processed juices, and sugary drinks are also on the risk list. A study published in the British Medical Journal followed more than 100,000 people for 5 years and found that consuming just 100 milliliters more per day of sugary drinks increases cancer risk by 18%. For every 1,000 people monitored, 22 cancer cases were recorded over 5 years. But with extra consumption of sugary drinks, the number would rise to 26 cases per 1,000 people. The most common cancers identified in the study were breast, prostate, and colorectal. 5. White flour and refined carbohydrates. If you thought sugar was the only culprit, It's time to take a closer look at your breakfast bread. Foods like bread, pasta, and cookies made with white flour quickly convert to glucose in the bloodstream, causing insulin spikes. This constant cycle of blood sugar highs and lows creates an inflammatory environment in the body, which, over time, can increase the risk of cancer. A study published in the Nutrition Journal found that frequent consumption of refined carbs like white flour and rice, paired with a low intake of whole grains and fiber-rich foods, is linked to a higher risk of breast cancer in women. The fix is simple. Swap refined flours for whole grain options. Whole grain bread, pasta, and cookies provide a slower, more stable energy release, preventing glycemic spikes and supporting overall balance. Plus, whole grains are packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, offering far greater health benefits. 6. Fried foods and foods high in trans fats. If there's one thing everyone likes, it's that crispy, golden fried food. But behind that crunchiness lies a real health risk. Fried foods and foods high in trans fats promote chronic inflammation in the body, creating a perfect environment for abnormal cell multiplication, which can make room for tumor development. The relationship between trans fats and cancer isn't just theory. A study published in the journal Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention and released by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, revealed that the intake of trans fatty acids, such as those present in fried and processed foods, is associated with a higher risk of ovarian cancer. Your body doesn't need trans fats, but it does need care. 7. Alcoholic beverages. Alcohol might be the life of the party, but it's also a major threat to health. According to the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, drinking alcohol is linked to an increased risk of several cancers, including those of the mouth, pharynx, esophagus, liver, intestine, and breast. The alarming truth: there's no safe amount of alcohol when it comes to cancer prevention. The risk is even higher when combined with tobacco, amplifying the likelihood of tumors. Why is alcohol so harmful? It damages DNA, induces oxidative stress, facilitates carcinogen entry into cells, disrupts hormone metabolism, and can lead to malnutrition, leaving the body more vulnerable. In short, the more you drink and the longer you drink, the higher your risk of developing cancer. 8. Foods high in salt and salted preserves. If refined sugar is often labeled a villain, salt isn't far behind. While it enhances the flavor of dishes, excessive salt intake can have serious health consequences. Too much salt can irritate the stomach lining, potentially leading to lesions that may develop into tumors over time. A study by the Center for Public Health at MedUni Vienna, Austria, found that people who frequently add extra salt to their meals face a 40% higher risk of stomach cancer. To cut back, try seasoning with herbs and spices instead of relying on salt. Not only does this reduce your risk of high blood pressure and cancer, but it also enhances your palate and brings new, diverse flavors to your meals. Small changes can make a big difference. Before we continue, I've got some exciting news to share. If you want to get more engaged, I'm excited to inform you that we now offer channel membership. As a member, you'll pay a small monthly fee and unlock some amazing perks like early access to new videos, priority replies to your comments, members-only shorts, polls, quizzes, and special emojis and loyalty badges just for you. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and connect with us even more. Just click the join button and let's make this experience even better together. 9. Sweeteners, aspartame. Sweeteners are often seen as a sugar alternative, but the reality is more complex. Aspartame, one of the most widely used, has been classified by PAHO and IARC as possibly carcinogenic, alongside substances like lead and gasoline. This doesn't mean it definitively causes cancer, but there are indications of a potential link, particularly with liver cancer. Aspartame is found in over 100,000 products, including diet sodas, chewing gum, ice cream, juices, yogurts, and cookies. Health agencies recommend keeping intake below 40 milligrams per kilogram of body weight daily. You don't need to avoid aspartame entirely, but being mindful of your consumption is wise. 10. Processed drinks and foods high in additives. Processed foods and drinks are everywhere, but hidden behind their flavor and convenience are health risks from additives. Artificial colorings, preservatives, and flavorings can cause inflammation and imbalances, increasing cancer risk, particularly with excessive long-term consumption. Common additives include acidulants, found in candies, sodas, juices, and alcoholic beverages to enhance acidic flavors, and preservatives present in products like sodas, chocolates, processed cheeses, margarine, and breads. While preservatives prevent spoilage, overconsumption can lead to carcinogenic effects, allergies, digestive issues, and higher cholesterol levels. Being mindful of these additives can help protect your health. None of these foods are inherently harmful. The issue lies in excessive, frequent consumption. Small daily changes can significantly improve your health. For meats, you don't need to give them up entirely. Reducing processed and red meats while choosing lighter options like fish, chicken, or legumes can help. Similarly, cutting back on alcohol or replacing it with water, teas, or natural juices is beneficial. For sweeteners, opt for natural alternatives like stevia or fresh fruits instead of aspartame. Small adjustments today lead to big benefits tomorrow. Pair a balanced diet with healthy habits like staying active, avoiding smoking, and getting regular checkups to prevent diseases. Which of these foods is the hardest for you to give up? Leave your comment below. If you found this video helpful, please type yes in the comments below. I also encourage you to check out these 2 videos we selected especially for you. Thanks for watching.